Everybody checking in after the U.S. strikes on the Iranian nuclear facilities last night. It's definitely giving mission accomplished vibes to me, and I think many other people, in the sense that, well, the Pete Hegseths and the J.D. Vances and the Marco Rubios of the world want to emphasize that this is the end of something, and that Iran should come back to the table for negotiations. I have to emphasize that, as I've been saying on this channel for months now, we haven't given the Iranians, the Iranian regime, an off ramp. We're not giving them an alternative to go with here, and there's not really a face saving route out of this for them. I think some of the you know assessments here from people like Vance saying, we're at war with the Iranian nuclear program and not the Iranian regime, and Hegseth emphasizing this isn't a regime change operation, really misunderstand the way authoritarian regimes work, the way strength is a predicate for those regimes. And the fact remains that, while Iran was in talks with us, the Israelis initiated their strikes, and then while Iran was in talks with the Europeans, we initiated strikes, and multiple components of the Iranians' negotiation team have been killed in this process, right? So we're just not giving these people a way out, and that's kind of what concerns me here. The emphasis from the American administration is that this is the end of something, and they should drive the Iranians back to the negotiating table. Well, to negotiate what is really my question. What are we saying they need to negotiate, and what assurances do they have that their negotiation team won't be targeted? And going from there, will the Israelis even cease the attack at this point? Right, that's sort of an Iranian predicate for moving forward. Um, so that's continues to be my kind of big concern here is by not giving them an off ramp, we're kind of heightening the chances of further escalation in the region. The most obvious of which would be, especially given Iran's degraded capabilities in the face of all these Western weapon systems that have been extremely effective in taking out their Russian, mostly Russian weapon systems. The most obvious route for them to strike back would be to close off the Straits of Hormuz, thus limiting 20 to 30% of the world's oil supply. Really interesting that folks like Marco Rubio are actually punting this to China, another indicator of China's kind of renewed or newfound kind of 1B status to the United States' 1A. I don't think Rubio necessarily intended to make it sound like this, but he was basically saying that should be China's part of this negotiation, and part of the role they should play in what's going to happen for the future of the region. So yeah, I'm really curious for your thoughts on that, on the American position, and on China's role in the future here. Thanks again for watching.